Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor boy named Ollie. Ollie was just 12 years old and lived with his mother in a tiny, rundown house. They owned nothing of value except for a cow named Layla. Layla provided them with milk, which they sold in the market to make ends meet. But during the cold winter months, Layla stopped giving milk. Soon, there was nothing left to eat in the house. One night, Ollie's mother sighed deeply and said, "Ollie, we have nothing left. You'll have to sell Layla at the market. Whatever money we get, we'll use it to buy food." Ollie was heartbroken. He loved Layla dearly and couldn't bear the thought of parting with her, but he had no other choice. Early the next morning, with tears in his eyes, he set off for the market with Layla. On the way, he met a strange old man with a long white beard and twinkling eyes. The old man looked at the cow and asked, "Are you selling this cow, boy?" "I don't have money, but I can offer you something far more valuable, magical beans. Plant them, and they will grant you everything you've ever dreamed of." Ollie was curious but unsure. He thought for a moment and, driven by his curiosity, decided to trade Layla for the small pouch of magical beans. The moment the old man handed over the beans, he disappeared. When Ollie returned home and showed the beans to his mother, she was furious. "What have you done, Ollie? We can't eat these beans. You traded our cow for this nonsense." In her anger, she grabbed the pouch and threw the beans out of the window. Ollie felt terrible and went to bed hungry that night. The next morning, when Ollie woke up, sunlight streamed through the holes in their roof. He stepped outside and froze in astonishment. Right where his mother had thrown the beans, a giant tree had grown overnight. Its trunk was thick and sturdy, and its branches reached high into the sky, disappearing into the clouds. Ollie's curiosity got the better of him. Without telling his mother, he started climbing the tree. Higher and higher he went, until he finally broke through the clouds. Above the clouds, he discovered a magical world. Everything was enormous: trees, flowers, even the rocks. In the distance, he saw a grand castle. With courage in his heart, Ollie entered the castle. He was amazed by what he saw: piles of gold coins, sparkling jewels, and a magical harp that played beautiful music on its own. As he wandered further, Ollie noticed a golden cage holding a chicken. To his surprise, the chicken was laying golden eggs. "This chicken will solve all our problems," Ollie thought. But just as he stepped closer to the cage, the ground began to tremble. A thunderous voice echoed through the castle, "Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the scent of a human." Ollie's heart pounded as a huge giant, or dew, entered the room. Ollie quickly hid behind a large pot, holding his breath. The giant looked around, but couldn't see Ollie. After some time, the giant sat down and fell asleep, snoring loudly. Seizing the opportunity, Ollie crept out, opened the cage, and took the chicken. He also grabbed the magical harp. But as he ran toward the exit, the harp let out a soft melody. The sound woke the giant, who roared in anger and began chasing Ollie. Ollie ran as fast as he could, clutching the chicken and the harp. He climbed down the tree as quickly as possible, but the giant was right behind him, shaking the tree with his massive hands. When Ollie reached the ground, he shouted, "Mother, bring the axe, quickly." Ollie and his mother worked together, chopping the tree with all their might. The tree began to creak and sway. Finally, with one last swing, the tree fell, and the giant came crashing down with it. He hit the ground with a thunderous crash and died on the spot. Ollie and his mother sighed with relief. The chicken immediately laid a golden egg, and their lives changed forever. With the golden eggs, Ollie and his mother were able to live happily and comfortably. They shared their blessings with the villagers, ensuring no one went hungry again. And so, Ollie's bravery and quick thinking brought him and his mother a life of happiness and abundance.